This is Computer Science 1213, Introduction to Computing. My name is Chris Riley, instructor, and this video is about billboards and how to put them into your program. We want to start by looking at the video for this week's project, which we'll talk more about a little later. And if you notice, the alien says things: help me get to my ship, use the up and down arrow keys to move me forward and backward, use left and right arrow keys to turn me left and right, press the K key to turn just my head, try not to hit any of the rocks. And then in this sample video, it shows the head turning around from pressing the K key and the robot moving forward and backwards, spinning around one direction, spinning around the other direction. All this is done with the keys on the keyboard. What I want you to pay particular attention to is the things that the alien says at the beginning. We want to take those things and put them on a billboard rather than have the alien say it. To do that, you need to open PowerPoint. So here's a PowerPoint presentation that's open, and we select a background. You can pick whatever one you want. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to go with the green layout, and I'm going to create something. So here it is, and now I can put information on here. I can click to add the title, and then I can click down here to add another title. If I click here, alien maneuver, for example, I can put that on there, and then I can click down here in this other box, put other stuff in. You should have a basic understanding of how to use PowerPoint, but all we're going to do is put our information in here and then save it. One thing I should show you, and let me just add a slide here. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. If I hold the Alt key down on the keyboard and press 24 and then let the Control key up, I get an up arrow. If I hold the Alt key down and press 25 and let the Alt key up, I get a down arrow. If I hold the Alt key down and press 26 and then let the Alt key up, I get a right arrow. If I hold the Alt key down and press 27 and let the Alt key up, I get a left arrow. So you can use these if you're going to use the directional keys in your program to create instructions. So I already made one, so we wouldn't waste time with me typing all that in again. It's got two slides. Here's the title slide, Alien Maneuver by Chris Rule. Here's the movement controls: forward, backward, turn right, turn left, K, turn head. These are the same instructions that were said by the alien in the video. Here's that list. Use the up and down arrow keys to move me forward and backward. Left and right arrow keys turn me left and right. Press the K key to turn just my head. Alright, so they're here in a PowerPoint. I've got two slides. I've got the movement controls selected right now, and I'm going to do a File, Save As, and I'm going to call it Movement Controls. I've already saved it, so it's going to tell me, nope, it didn't. Oh, because I saved it as a PowerPoint. This is critical. If I go to Downloads, Movement Controls, now I've got to change this bottom part to a PNG, which is way down here. And now when I save it, it says it's already there because I've already saved it. Yeah, replace it. And now this little box comes up. Which slides do you want to export? And we always want to pick just this one. We just want one slide. Now if I go to the next one and I do a File, Save As. In the Downloads directory, I'm going to call this Title. And I'm going to change this type to a PNG. And I've already saved it that way, so when I hit save, I'll get the little message. Yep, go ahead and replace it. And I want, again, just this one. So now if I look at the directory in Explorer, I have a title picture and a movement controls picture in the Downloads directory. They were just saved. So now I'm finished with PowerPoint and I need to load Alice. So here's the program that was used to create the example video. And here's all the text of what the alien robot says at the beginning. What I want to do is go back to the scene and add a billboard to the program. Now, billboards are found in the Shapes Text tab. Right over here, here's a new billboard. I'm going to pull it up here. And I get this dialog. We're going to call it billboard, that's fine. And what we've got is a front paint and back paint. And over here, I've got front paint, and down here I've got back paint. So on the front paint, when I click on that down arrow, it defaults to white. You can see it's white right now. I'm going to import an image right at the top. And I'm going to go find in my downloads that file that's called Title. And then I'm going to, and you can see it right there. And then on the back paint, I'm going to import an image. And I'm going to find that in the downloads, movement controls. And when I hit OK, that's what's on the billboard. Now, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I want to move it down a bit. I'm going to try putting it in front of the camera. That's a little bit big. That's the layout scene view. Need to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, there's the title screen. I'm going to put a marker on that. Called BB for billboard marker. Okay. Now I can't see the rest of the scene. But if I change the opacity to 0, I can. And it's at 0.38 right now. So I'm going to change that to 2.38 on the y-axis. And okay, I added some code to the program to make it work. I disabled all the things that the aliens said at the beginning, and I set up the billboard to work. Let's see what it looks like. Comes up with the title screen, that fades away, and then we get the control screen. Look at all those, and then that fades away, and then we're running the program. And that's how the billboard would work. So let's look at the code real quick. So the program starts with the title screen displayed. I put a short delay on there so you can read it. I fade it to transparent. I turn it around 180 degrees so the backside is showing. And then I make it solid so you can read the controls. Here's the delay to give you time to read the controls. And then I fade out the controls. And then the last thing I do is move it up out of the way, even though it's transparent. I don't want any chance of it getting in the way. So I moved it up. Right at the beginning, though, I set the billboard vehicle to the camera, which means whenever the camera moves, the billboard will go with it. If I need to use the billboard again, all I have to do is move it down 2, and it'll be right in front of the camera, wherever the camera is, and then change the opacity to 1. This would be used if you set up a key for the person to click on, to push, to see the instructions again. So that's where that would be used. And this is how you set up a billboard. And that concludes this video.